going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo, and in today's video, we are diving into the new Charli XCX album, music, fashion, film. I never know which order to say that in. I'm super excited to dive into this. The two singles that came out, which were both rock music, which I immediately did a guitar cover of because hell yes. And also SS26, which I also love the guitars in that as well. Those singles got me really hyped about this record, so I'm super stoked to dive in and check out the 9 songs we haven't listened to. Now, before we get to today's video, as you guys know, I don't sell promo, I don't do ads, I am not an influencer, I don't do any of that, right? I don't sell sponsorships, I don't give a fuck about any of that. I'm not a commercial. But I do want to take this moment to shout out a charity because there was a horrible tornado that came there wasn't a lot of time for them to prepare for this. In Appleton, Wisconsin, this tornado came through and ripped apart so much of that city. One of the things included was an animal rescue called Wilson House. So I am going to leave a link in the description for you guys to check out the charity. If you guys want to donate to it, that'd be incredible. Even just sharing it, just bringing awareness to it would be amazing. Animal rescues and charities like this are so important to me. And I feel sometimes like they are doing so much work and they are kind of left on the back end sometimes. They don't make really any money, hardly any money to survive in what they do, and they're doing something that is so precious to me and my soul, and I hope maybe it is for you as well. So if you guys feel at all inclined to share that story, please do. The link's going to be in my description. Make sure to go check that out. It would mean a lot to me personally, but I'm very excited to dive into this. Again, if you want to see the full uncut album listening party, which is like the behind the scenes version of this video, we just kind of filmed the whole thing. It's pretty raw. I put those over on Patreon. If you guys want to support the page, that is the only monetization that comes in. So I love y'all. I'm excited to dive in. Enough promo. Hell yeah. All right, this is Card Declined.
I'll buy some shoes. I'll buy a smile. I'll buy some jewelry, a personality, a shopping.
That guitar is so raw.
I'll buy some perfume, a mahjong sofa, a whole backstory. Card Declined.
There's something about the grit and grime of that guitar, which I'm sure you guys know I'm already gonna say, and I love that they leave every raw guitar slide, like every imperfection of that is so good, because I think right now it's almost like telling a story of someone kind of like at their lowest, but just like trying to like almost buy their way into happiness or buy their way into some sort of like climb, and I do love that concept over grit like that. Shit.
Card Declined. Let's go shopping. I'll buy a handbag. I'll buy some shoes. I'll buy a smile.
Oh, it really is like buying into happiness, like just trying to buy out an entirely new life and get away from where you're at. That makes it even more sad, but also the grit makes a lot of sense. I like that it feels so like lawless. I don't know why. Yeah, what?
I keep thinking about you every single day. I keep thinking about you every single night. Thinking about you.
Wait, what? How are you gonna add this to the end?
I keep thinking about you every single night. I keep on thinking about you every single day and night.
Wait, that's so tight.
I keep on thinking about you every single day and night.
Okay, I'm really bummed that she added that to the end because I feel like I could have done 3 minutes of that as well. But I also kind of love that one of the things that I've noticed about Charli is, and I've only listened to like Brat and the remix edition, I think that there's something to be said about her ability to kind of like get rid of the concept of what you think music is supposed to be. I kind of felt that when she put out rock music. And I feel like with this song too, the entire structure of the song changes up at the end. And while like we see that in hip hop and stuff, this is like a totally different song at the end. It almost like tells that story. Like she's dreaming of this person that's happy there at the end and kind of feels upbeat and everything, even though she's in a moment in which she's trying to buy a new life in a grimy apartment while she's drunk on a sofa. Like I feel like there's a lot to be said in just 3 minutes of that there. I also feel like this song, if you're listening to it with the singles in a row, this would come after SS26. And in that, I kind of feel like the entire time, it's even though I'm not happy, I'm going to feel happy and feel my best when I'm in like my best dress, when I'm in all of this high fashion. And it kind of feels like with Card Declined, I'm about to spend everything I've got to try to find that happiness. So it's kind of tongue in cheek too, right? Like you think that all that designer stuff's going to be the thing that makes you happy when in all actuality, just like finding peace probably what makes you the most happy, but good luck. When you find it, let me know. All right, this is Camera.
Makes me wanna throw my life away. All the music, all the people, not a single kiss goodbye. Do I wanna make music? Am I being fucking stupid if I try to be a girl on the screen when I'm turning 34? But all I know is how it makes me feel, and it makes me feel how it makes me feel. Yeah, it makes me feel how it makes me feel. Yeah, it makes me feel how it makes me feel when the camera's on.
It's almost like there's like two sides there, right? It's like I'm struggling with being on the spotlight, but at the same time, like there's also this feeling of like freedom that I get from it too. So even though it'd be so easy to walk away from it because of all the pain that comes from it, I also just want to like live in this moment because it brings something out of me.
All I know is how it makes me feel, and it makes me feel how it makes me feel. Yeah, it makes me feel how it makes me feel. Yeah, it makes me feel how it makes me feel. It's like I'm looking down the barrel of a gun. Fucking shoot me. I don't feel embarrassed even if I
One more.
suck. I'm always
I also like this feels so inspirational as somebody who like struggles sometimes to be in front of a camera. There's a moment in which you like find yourself there. And once you do that, like you do feel pretty free. This is a really great escape for me.
I can finally be totally honest. It's like I'm looking down the barrel of a gun. Fucking shoot me. I don't feel embarrassed even if I suck. I'm always craving an experience that feels dangerous. And maybe this is it. Maybe it's what I need. Cause it's the only way to feel like I'm not actually me.
Oh, but okay. Oh, you know what though? Yeah. So I love it because she knows that it's hard, but she also knows that it is the one place that she feels that she can be herself. So it's like, yes, the struggles of being someone who is on camera can be very hard, but she also is struggling with just her life on its own. And so even though she's got that pressure, she needs that therapeutic release, and being in front of the camera can do that because she can let these things out of her. It's almost like what I've learned being in front of a camera is this is who I am when I don't feel like I have to be judged by people around me. It's like I'm in a place where I'm safe. Like I could be who I want to be. You can pull parts out of you that you didn't even know were there, and it almost like masks the version of you that is just during the day because maybe you don't feel like you can always be as eccentric or creative, et cetera, et cetera. And I love that she's kind of like got that struggle kind of going on here, but realizing that this is the thing that she has to hold on to because it is the most beautiful for her in terms of that escape. Hell yeah. All right, 2007.
I can take you to heaven like kids, 2007. Pop star in my bedroom like kids, 2007. I can take you to heaven like kids, 2007. Pop star in my bedroom like kids, 2007. I can take you to heaven like kids, 2007. Pop star in my bedroom like kids, 2007.
Yeah. Shout out her making a singable record right away. I don't know the words to these songs, but I feel like I do.
Pop star in my bedroom like kids, 2007.
Yeah. Love. As a MySpace kid, I fucking love this. I don't know a lot about like the genre bedroom pop, but I know that like growing up on MySpace is one of the things that I think led me to love just pop music as a whole. There was this time whenever like so many people were like finally able to upload their music where people could hear it. And MySpace was like this birth of amazing independent artists and all kinds of really cool creative soundscapes. And so much of what happened on that platform is in modern music. And I fucking love it so much. I specifically fell way more in love with like synthesizers and vocal effects and stuff like that at that time. Now I've been told told before that Charli was also big. Charli was a creator at that time. I don't know how old she was in 2007. But I was in high school, and I know that she also like uploaded to MySpace and stuff. And so this like immediately takes me back to being in my own bedroom in 2007. Although I think I shared a room with my brother at that time. All right. Yeah. But I just remember like that feeling of hearing some of this music and how it would make you feel. And Charli nailed that here. So the nostalgia from this is so real. At the same time, the meaning of it, at least my perception of it's not lost on me. I kind of feel like Charli is saying here, it's almost this nostalgic thing of like, please take me back to that moment in which I first fell in love with this passion, which I first fell in love with, this thing that I wanted to pursue. Like I just wanted, I was just a pop star in my bedroom. This hadn't all happened yet. I think one of the things that happens with fame, I'm sorry if I'm pointing this at you so much. I promise they're not loaded. But one of the things about fame sometimes is that it brings out all of your worst qualities that you didn't know existed. You know what I mean? Like it puts, like when you have money, power, fame, etc., suddenly like you have all the things that are supposed to mask your situations in life. And like, what happens if it's not doing that? Then you start having to look for that inspiration again. And I love that like she can crawl back to that moment and be like, man, just like when everything just felt new and fresh and just like a release, and you could hear it in her tone too. All right. I'm Afraid.
Happiness came in a box, never meant that much before, till I met someone who knew how to balance who I am. I'm a wife, I'm a kid, I'm destroyed, I'm a bitch, I'm too drunk, I can't sleep, I can't feel, I'm afraid, I'm afraid, I'm afraid, I'm nothing without him. What if I ruin it? Take the ring, take the ring. I'm a wife, I'm a kid, I'm destroyed, I'm a bitch, I'm too drunk, I can't sleep.
You know what I'm noticing too? While I thought Brat had like pretty like obviously like the lyricism is pretty raw in that. There's a lot of vulnerability that she expresses throughout that album. What I like is there's a very stark contrast to the sound of this record and Brat. And I realized that like you don't put out the same album every time. You always want to do something different. But like where Brat, even in those songs, they felt very bright in a lot of that. She really like honed in on whatever this like feeling in her mind was that felt heavy or felt a little bit like angry or something that's kind of been like manifesting in her a little bit. It's almost like that moment when you like have to start addressing some of your demons. And that's what I'm hearing in the like instrumentation too. So like, oh.
I'm a wife, I'm a kid, I'm destroyed, I'm a bitch, I'm too drunk, I can't sleep, I can't feel, I'm afraid, I'm afraid, I'm afraid, I'm nothing without him. What if I ruin it? Take the ring, take the ring. I'm a wife, I'm a kid, I'm destroyed, I'm a bitch.
Man, her like just putting out her insecurities over a track this heavy is definitely like beautiful to me. You know, this is only the second Charli record I've ever listened to. So like, I don't know her entire back catalog to know like how often she's done this before, but something seems so raw here. Like she's going through basically everything she's going through, internalizing about, I guess, like being in this spotlight. And, you know, Brat was such a big era that I feel like, I don't know, like, I feel like that was like massive for her. Right. And like, obviously that era has lasted like quite a while, but again, when that spotlight is put on you, it starts to bring out a lot of those insecurities. So what I like about this record is that she's addressing a lot of that to us in a way that feels so authentic. Like even just the deliveries of it, in the tone of her voice, like you can hear the emotion. She at some point has really been struggling with this, and she's not afraid to put that out on the line here. So I am very interested in hearing more of that. Yeah, hell yeah. All right. Speaking of yeah. Oh, that snare. Nope.
Now I wanna feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, those little breaks.
Yeah. Now I wanna feel it. You wanna feel it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you. Yeah.
Now we're making rock music. Oh, the tempo change. I love that because it's that building in, it's that tension of in music you have this release, right? We've been talking about this. It's just like in camera, being able to have that moment. I like that this song is literally just built in like, here's the verses. You don't want to feel it. We're just going to talk about the situation, but we're kind of walk around it. We're not really going to feel it, right? And then that chorus hits, and I love those intentional note, just like pauses, because it makes you want to mosh. It makes you want to dance. It makes you want to lose it and let every single thing out that you've been dealing with. And the thing that I love so much about music in every genre is that once that instrumentation moment comes out, it's amazing how it can change everything. Even if you had no words, you know what's going to happen. But what I love about this song is she basically narrates the instrumental in a way where you know when you're supposed to feel things. But what I love is her little ad libs. You don't want to feel it, maybe. Like just little things here and there are so much fun. And again, one of the things that I'm really enjoying about Charli here is that she knows how to have fun with music in the sense that like there is no right way to do these things. Like some of these songs are structured so interestingly, but at the same time, we just keep wanting more of it. And I think there's something to be said about artists that can like tickle the right parts of your brain, if I'm saying that right, like in a way that just makes you feel like they put a little, they roped your brain a little bit and they're like, hey, I got more to show you. Come here. You don't want to feel it? Okay, now you do. Like, that's a vibe. All right, wink, wink.
No, I basically just wear trousers. You do, you got me. No, you don't got me. No, you don't got me. No, you don't. It's the truth, and I gotta be honest. I'm not a bad girl anymore, I promise. It's the truth, and I gotta be honest. I'm not a bad girl anymore. Wink, wink, wink.
I wish I knew the words.
I don't know why you don't believe me. I don't know why you don't think you could be an angel girl. No, you don't get me. No, you don't get me. No, you don't get me. No, you don't. It's the truth, and I gotta be honest. I'm not a bad girl anymore, I promise. It's the truth, and I gotta be honest. I'm not a bad girl anymore. Wink, 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 wink.
Yes.
It's the truth, and I gotta be honest. I'm not a bad girl anymore, I promise.
The way that this just abruptly ends hurts my soul so much. Oh, that is like one easy criticism of this record is like all of these songs are just like so short, and like I get it, but I also like I hate it whenever it's a song with such a good chorus like this. I feel like we are robbed of a minute and a half of extended solid wink wink play. If you know what I'm saying, I would really appreciate that. At the same time, I like the lyrics to this. Charli's basically saying like, yes, there was this version of me that was a little bit more open and free and felt like I could be myself until I listened to the judgments of some of the people around me. And so because of that, I feel like I have to cover up. I feel like I have to not be that version of myself anymore. But I promise that version of myself still exists somewhere in there, and you just have to bring it out of me, or you just have to make me feel comfortable and feel like I can do that. So in a way, it's almost like she's, you know, like we've heard in some of this record so far, where she's a little bit like insecure in a way in some parts, unless she's in front of the camera. So it kind of feels like maybe that insecurity obviously played a big role in this as well. But I love the delivery to this. I just hate that it's so short. We're gonna have to watch the music video, obviously. All right, this is Persona.
Sometimes I wonder if you realize the way you come across. It's kind of crazy.
Oh.
I like the sound of your voice, and I like the sound of mine. Every day you're suffering, but you say you're doing fine. I'll keep me at arm's length. I'll light you a ladder, but you probably burn it, deflect and then shower
Holy
me
shit.
in adoration. You think you're so clever, I think you are too. You like the sound of your voice, and I like the sound of mine. I see your face in a film, and it makes me wanna cry. I love the stories you tell, but I can tell when
I can't tell if these were people that were friends and that friendship has long fell apart. Because at one point she does say like, you always call me your friend, but you keep me at arm's length. But then she goes on and says, I see you on a screen, and it brings up like feelings. Like it's weird. It's almost like I miss you, but I also don't understand why you hate me.
you secretly love it. I find it frustrating sometimes.
Hold on, I gotta take that back. The way that I don't know what happens when she says "love it" right there, but the vibe of it is just excellent.
Best friend, I secretly love it. I find it frustrating. Sometimes I get triggered, and that's probably 'cause you and I are right. Yeah, I think I'm so clever. You think I am too.
Okay, so what this sounds like is two people that maybe were friends. That friendship fell apart at some point, and it may be the other person's fault. But then they're in this like limbo where like there's this giant elephant in the room that nobody's talking about, and so they see each other in public, like they see each other, but there's this elephant they're never willing to address. And Charli, it seems like from her perspective, doesn't want to bring it up and seem annoying, and doesn't want to bring it up and feel like she's the one that's having to bring all this stuff up. But at the same time, you can hear that there's like a lot of tension in this, and there's a lot of like leftover feelings that are there, because it kind of feels like Charli wants a friendship with this person still. I see you on film and it makes me want to cry, almost like I miss that we like had this moment and now it's no longer here. So I don't really know, but I do love how heavy this instrumental is. It is, especially like when it goes into, you know what though, now that I think about it, she does say don't choke on your ego. So I wonder if this relationship fell apart because of the other person, and now she's just kind of like, how do I address this? Like, I don't think we're going to be able to fix this because neither one of us are going to bring it up, and I don't want to be the person to do it. So I guess that explains why the instrumentation is so heavy and kind of like distorted as it goes into that chorus, because there's kind of like a push and pull happening here. I don't know. All right. This is Magic Metal Montana. Hell yeah.
Call you AG in my phone book. Feels so special just to know you. You're my best friend, but we don't talk. We make music. Love your girlfriend. I cry if you died. Oh, you know you speak
Ooh, one more.
my language. Love your girlfriend. I cry if you died.
Oh, that's so good.
Make it easy for me.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, you make it easy for me.
Is there a little Melodyne on that? So good. Oh man. Get lost in these right here. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you make it easy for me.
Fuck.
Yeah, you make it easy
Tempo slow up is so good.
for me.
Dude, I want to hear Charli in this range much more. Like there's something about this, like, you know, the rock feel of this song, and then her in that lower range, especially like the way that she like drags some of these words out. And it has a little bit of this like I can't really do it because I'm not a vocalist, but like, it's got this like, it's like all of the emotion that she's feeling, but it's coming out in almost like a, like I really mean this, but it's also like coming straight from the heart, and I'm being very raw about it. So it almost feels like somebody who had been like broken down, and then now they're like trying to express just how important this person is to them. Not the person that broke them down, but it's like, hey, I'm in a like a low point, but I want to make sure that I express how important you are to me and how you're able to bring me out of things that no one else can. And you're kind of like this driving force for me that always makes me see something positive in myself and just life itself. I don't know who this person is directly talking about, because she did at the beginning speak about scrolling through her phone and AG and all that stuff. So I don't know if she's existing in a memory here, or like just kind of like reminiscing, or if this person that likes magic metal and Montana is that person that kind of brings her that outlook on life now. So I'm not really sure based on the concept. I just don't know a lot about Charli XCX's personal life. However, I love how this sounds. And again, it's 2.5 minutes. I could have had more, right? Like one more verse or maybe another chorus. There's just something really pretty about hearing her in that low range that I wish I could have lived in a little bit longer. Not a bad problem to have, right? Like, oh no, I want your song to be longer. Shit. Okay. The last track is No One Lasts Forever featuring David Cronenberg. This is also significantly the longest song. All right, let's do it.
I don't wanna go home. Now I'm more confident than ever. Since everyone knows my name, my veins. So now I'm sitting on the
Hardest part about becoming famous, right?
Nothing's gonna last forever.
So true. You might as well experience it and live it now, because you never know.
You know you're better than everyone in the room, but know that nothing's gonna last forever. And you're not.
Wait, that was such a good line right there. I'm just going to take that back to listen to it again, because it really puts into perspective. You know, I do think that this is a really great follow-up to Brat. Not follow-up, Brat's its own. But the reason I think it's a really great album to come out after, and I saw an interview clip where she had talked about, like, I don't care about, like, making the next Brat. Like, Brat was its own thing. It existed. But it's very important because I do think that it catapulted her to a level of fame that she hadn't seen yet. She had been growing and been famous, but this is like a whole different level, right? And it's very important to hear this line right here, where she talks about being in the room where you're at the bottom, then you're at the very top. But guess what? It doesn't really matter, because it all evens out in the end. So important to remember that in your life too. Can't take the opinion of most people, because just like you, them, nothing's gonna last forever. You might as well do it now.
No one lasts forever. They are dead. They are gone. No one lasts forever. They are dead. They are gone. No one lasts forever. They are dead.
If you are not motivated to do the thing you've been waiting on doing by the end of this track, I am sorry for you.
They're gone. No one lasts forever. They are dead.
I love that that entire last section right there is basically hypnotizing you to remember to live your life, put your art out, do the things that you want to do, because you'll be at the bottom and maybe you'll be at the top one day. But some point there, we kind of all level out as humans. And I think the most important thing we can do is express ourselves in a way that is healthy for us and that nourishes our soul. No one lasts forever. Don't let that be the thing that stops you from putting out things that you love, regardless of what that endpoint is going to be. So I really appreciate her there. At the same time, Charli living in this post-Brat world, and I wouldn't normally talk about that because it doesn't really matter. We're just on to the next record, except I think it's important because I think a lot of what this lyricism is coming from may be some of the things that she has experienced since that record's been out. For example, talking about camera or talking about I'm afraid, and even 2007 to me, almost like wanting this moment of like daydreaming a world in which you could just go back to where you were a pop star in your bedroom and you weren't having to come to terms with all the negativities that could be existing, not only in your career, but just in your life. When you are put on a pedestal and you become this famous, especially the way that she did, you know, she grinded so long, and then Brat obviously like was such a massive record. That is going to expose things within you that you're going to have to deal with. And it seems like she's been dealing with that in a way. So I love that she put such a gritty, raw sound on a lot of this record. I think it's important because it really pushes what she's saying in a lot of this. You know, I think about just like the overall vibe of I'm Afraid. And like, to me, it is gritty, right? It is so intense, but it's so real. And then I think about tracks like, you know, I'm going to go right back to fucking like 2007, but I think it's really important because the nostalgia that's in there, not only for myself and my own lived experiences around 2007, but just hearing her and knowing where her success is and knowing like where she has been, you just like, you feel for her at the same time, because it's like you made all those dreams a reality, but sometimes you just like don't know what all is going to come with that. And are you ready for it? But I think it all does bring up to a really great point when you get to No One Lasts Forever, because I think that it's her kind of like, that is her motivation. It's like, no matter what she struggled with leading up to the, you know, the release of this record, remembering that it will all be okay. Remembering that like all of your favorite artists lived and died. Remembering that like, it doesn't have to be so serious that you never do anything. You never put anything out. You have to have fun and love in the things that you're doing. And I think Charli shows that through this record. I also just want to point out one more time that I love the fact that she narrates Yeah. Like that is such an interesting way to do that song, and it makes me want to like play it on guitar and then listen to it even more. I also really appreciated Wink Wink, and I cannot believe that it is so short. That is like criminally too short. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, like, subscribe, follow me over on Instagram at Steven in Stereo. Don't forget to check out that charity, links in the description. And of course, if you guys want to support me on Patreon, I appreciate y'all. Full uncut album listening party available. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.